Hello there. Last paper review of the year this, and frankly it's a whopper as we reveal the connection between David Beckham and the match-fixing scandal in Italy. Yep, they're both in this roundup. Now, what match-fixing scandal, you may be saying, or more probably which? The answer is the new one. The one with a group called the Zingari, or Gypsies, driving round Italian clubs, waving wads of euros in players' faces on behalf of illegal betting syndicates. As a shocked Gazzetta dello Sport reveals, they continue to cheat. Now this is the return, with a vengeance, of the same story from before the summer, which saw Atalanta docked 6 points. Now 20 Serie A games are under investigation, a whole bundle from Serie B too. 17 people have been arrested, the key one of which is this man here, Cristiano Doni, former Italy midfielder, former captain of Atalanta. Now, back in the summer when Doni was banned from the game for 3 years on related charges, Atalanta tifosi marched through the streets of Bergamo in his support, although sadly not wearing white t-shirts with his picture on. This week, they've turned their backs on him after on Monday morning at 5:30 a.m, police turned up at his house only to see him attempt to flee, eventually cornering him in his garage, hiding behind the Porsche in his pyjamas. They took him down the station for some PJ probing, and all sorts of saucy details are expected to emerge. Doni's idea of security, indeed, appears to have been asking people to speak in funny voices over the phone so they couldn't be recognised. It appears to have not been 100% successful because there's a whole heap of incriminating recordings against him. And since the other people involved have now started to sing, sample headline here, "This is how we've fixed games," the big question is, how long before Cristiano spills the beans? Because, says the Gazzetta, that could get huge. He has been, says the paper, at the heart of so many suspicious events over the last 10 years. Well, the poor old Italian papers had started the week full of a renewed confidence in the Italian game. Even the sight of Milan and Napoli drawing Premier League clubs in the Champions League last 16, which is usually the kiss of death for Italian sides, brought a confident "yes we can" from La Repubblica. But by Tuesday, after this latest story, they were back in the depths of despair. Still, says the Gazzetta dello Sport, with harsh penalties for those found guilty, this is a war Italy can win. Oh, finally. Now, elsewhere, while Italy plumbs the depths, let's head to Holland, where the big story is this. AZ Alkmaar's keeper attacked by an Ajax fan, proceeding to kick 7 shades out of him until getting sent off, at which point the whole AZ team walked off in protest and the game was abandoned. Great picture there, sort of like Crouching Tiger in De Volkskrant. AD have a similar shot here. They call it a new low point in Dutch football. Madness in the arena, meanwhile, the headline in De Telegraaf with the shot of the aftermath there. Right next to their other big story, interesting one this, a Dutch man in space. Andre Kuipers is his name, pioneering Dutch astronaut. He got blasted off on Wednesday and is only the second Dutchman ever to get this high without going to a coffee shop, says the paper. Now, elsewhere, big news from France. Are you ready? Le voilà, yes, David Beckham. He's going to PSG. Curious choice of pose there from David. It's like the 100 Years' War never happened. Paper admits the signature won't officially be till January, but they say everything is ready to welcome this global superstar. Everything what? Well, Bosch, a galactic reception. Bosch, a parade on the Champs-Élysées. Bosch, a signing-on ceremony in the Hôtel de Ville. Extraordinary. PSG have in the meantime become winter champions in Ligue 1, but, insists L'Equipe, he will take this team to a new level on football terms. He will help them evolve, bring equilibrium and precision too. Yes, of course he will, L'Equipe. Of course he will. Well, let's finish off for now then with the team of the year, Barcelona, who, as good little boys are wont to do, for their end-of-year treat, went to see Santos, and amid more ho-ho-hoing than a rapper with a stutter, gave them a right old kicking in the Club World Cup. A 4-0 victory for the team from Barcelona, and no surprise to see the Catalan press creaming themselves over this, for creme Catalan if you will. It's the greatest spectacle in the world. Sport there, masters of the world, Mundo Deportivo, best in the world, Mundo Deportivo again. As I say, that was all expected. What was more of a surprise was this. The Madrid paper's doing it too. Ass there with these crazy little fellows, bit of an Ian Wright homage there. And Marca, more than Messi, they walk all over Santos, and inside a survey suggesting that 75.6% of Marca's readers reckon Barcelona are the best team of all time. Wow. Talk about getting out of the trenches at Christmas. As for Neymar, in the meantime, of Santos and his total lack of impact in the game, has that influenced plans to bring him to Barcelona? Well, no, says El Mundo. Deportivo, and we have proof. Barca have put a deposit on him. So has a Technicolor seagull, by the looks of things. Well, it's going to be fascinating to see what happens with that story. But with leagues all over Europe heading into hibernation now for the midwinter period, the paper review will do too. We're going to be back in a few weeks' time with all the big news stories of the big new year. So for now, have a very super Christmas and a very happy new year, and we'll see you in 2012.